MaxspeedTV full throttle run, broadcasting grapes at second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. Oh, legends roar, then there comes alive. MaxspeedTV, where the racers thrive. Tires burn, the crowd leans in. This is where the action begins. Oh, MaxspeedTV full throttle run, broadcasting grapes at second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. Drivers chase the checkered dream. Adrenaline flows like a rushing stream. The track's a stage, the crowd's a song. Every lap keeps pulling you along. Oh, MaxspeedTV full throttle run, broadcasting grapes at second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. Wheels spin, sparks ignite. Under the lights of fierce delight. Tracks alive like a racing heart. Here's the place where legends start. Oh. MaxspeedTV full throttle run, broadcasting grapes at second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. MaxspeedTV full throttle run, broadcasting grapes at second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. Oh, legends roar, then there comes alive. MaxspeedTV, where the racers thrive. Tires burn, the crowd leans in. This is where the action begins. Oh, MaxspeedTV full throttle run, broadcasting grapes at second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. Drivers chase the checkered dream. Adrenaline flows like a rushing stream. The track's a stage, the crowd's a song. Every lap keeps pulling you along. Oh, MaxspeedTV full throttle run, broadcasting grapes at second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. Wheels spin, sparks ignite. Under the lights of fierce delight. Tracks alive like a racing heart. Here's the place where legends start. Oh. MaxspeedTV full throttle run, broadcast.
How we doing, race fans? Tonight we are here back in action with the SERL Southern Excitement Racing League, round number 7 of their first season, season 1. Top Split Brotherhood sponsoring tonight's race. A big shout out to them. They're James C. Jones and Josh Anderson. Big shout out to both of them for coming on board, sponsor tonight's race, the Autism Awareness 150 tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. A pretty good crowd out on track here as well already. About 17 drivers have entered the lobby. Looks like everybody has put in at least one lap. I show a lot of them in the 50 plus range, so some in the 40s, 30s, and 40s. A lot of them are in the 50 plus, so we'll see how everybody does here tonight. Brendan Kennedy, Everett Grover already out in chat here. How are you two doing? Well, Brendan, I've been watching that here tonight during practice, and you know, I've got the track pre-race analytics already pulled up here tonight. And, you know, when I joined the lobby, it was 91 degree track temp. It went up to 100. Now it's dropped back down to 85. So, track temp not too warm right now. Looks like there's shade out there keeping that track temp a little, well, what it was. Now, the wind is still pretty intense, anywhere between 10, 11 to 15 miles an hour. Right now we're setting at about 12, 13. So they are going to be contending with some wind out there. Now they are going to be doing 150 laps here tonight. It is 150 miles. This track is a mile long. It is flat too for the most part. You know, the turns are only anywhere between 2 to 7 degrees. So it does get progressively steeper the higher up the track you go, but you know it's technically flat in a sense. Now the straights, however, is 1 degree, so that's all there is on the straights here at New Hampshire. They are going to have to contend with that. Tires definitely going to be, I think, their biggest problem out here is tires. Now green flag run could definitely set the stage for, you know, saving fuel, so because we'll not get a stage yellow. However, our stage here tonight is going to be, and I do have that right here as well, our stage here tonight is going to be at the completion of lap 60. So that is, of course, sponsored this season as well. And to get to that here, I have it. There it is right there. Darren's Detail and Shine. Well, big shout out to them for sponsoring the stages as a season. We're going to go ahead and, of course, pit road here. Treacherous 45 mile an hour with a pace speed of 55. We're going to go ahead and jump down here into the nitty gritty of the ordeal. To starting, of course, with our, I don't have the updated team standings, but I do have the point standings. Now, Blake Giglio is holding up in the top spot still in points, and he's trying to hold on to that because there is only just a handful of races, really one more after tonight in the regular season. You know, we've got tonight, we'll be off next week for Thanksgiving. When we come back, we'll be at Darlington. So, you know, that's it. After that, that's the regular season. Then we'll get down to the final 4 races in the chase. See who the first season 1 champion is going to be. But Blake Giglio is up holding into that top spot for right now. Let's see here. If he can hang on to it here this season. Now, I don't think I have the updated playoff. No, I do not. So it does look like we're running low on on our images here. Even though I did look at and see if they were updated, and I didn't see any. Of course, I could be looking at the wrong spot as well. knowing me, that is probably the, but yeah, I do not updated playoff state. The only one I see is after November 5th, so yeah, 3 and 4 is going to be rough too, because 1 and 2 and 3 pretty much the same when it comes to the banking and how flat the track is. I think getting out of the turn is going to be more the problem. I've seen these guys doing a fantastic job getting into the corner, but it's getting out of the corner that's going to be the problem. They've been throwing a little bit of dirt track in it, getting out of the corner, getting a little bit too heavy on the gas, so that could definitely be a problem. Now, of course, if y'all have any picks, throw them in chat out here tonight. We'll see what happens. What happens right now? Kyle Heath running in the top spot here in practice, and our point leader. Now, Kyle is in second in the point standings. Blake Giglio, who is running second in practice right behind Kyle, is first. So, you know, it could be a battle between them two here tonight. We don't know. Zach Michaelis is sitting in third here in practice. Patrick Colby, fourth. Dakota Camper rounding out the top 5. But we got 150 laps here tonight to figure out, of course, who is going to bring it home into victory lane here this evening. Like I said, if you got picks, throw them in chat here this evening. We'll get to those here in just a second. But, you know, we got about 4 minutes left here. Let's see what else we got on track. Isaiah Sutherland, I believe, track. Oh, there he is. Like Aiden Tatro is also on track. There's Colby. Oh, Colby just hit the wall. Cinnamon Toast Crunch 87. I love the paint on that car. Well, all right. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and step away and play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. So throw your picks out in chat here tonight, folks, and we will see y'all when we get back.
Oh, say, can you We are the brave. We'll fight you in name. The name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave. The US of A. Oh, Satan's that star spangled banner gave for the land of the brave. And the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
Alrighty, folks, qualifying underway here tonight. Now, I know it says there's 10 minutes in qualifying. However, at the 5-minute mark, they will advance it into race time. Get down here on to qualifying and find out who we're going to be on the pole here tonight. We do have a Heaney, Andrew, Patrick, Aiden, Zach, Kyle, Dakota, Shay, Josh, Eric, Isaiah, Justin, Matt, and John. Looks like we've got a few more that's coming out as well. The time's rolling in now. Got Kyle Heath at the moment up at the top spot. Zach Michaelis in a very close second. There goes Eric Jensen up into the P2 spot already. Time's now rolling in. They got to get their times in before the 5-minute mark. Lick the like button. You got that right. Eric W. How you doing, Eric? Finally decides to show up. You licked it. Kyle Heath back up into the top spot. What a lap. 29.7. Right now, the only driver in the 7s. He did that in 2 laps. Nice. Like Chad Ashley, Blake Giglio. Oh, there's Blake. Okay, he is coming out. For a second, I thought maybe he wasn't going to come out, but never mind. Like Chad Ashley, Levi Murdoch, and John Osborne has decided not to come out as of right now. They got about 2.5 minutes left here. Levi, so he's coming. Now Chad and John. Like Patrick Colby is done. Isaiah is done. Right now, Kyle Heath holding on to that top position here. Kyle's already got a couple of wins in his belt here. Whoa, Blake doing a little dirt tracking it around turn 4. 31.27. That's going to put him up into 10th. He could do on a second lap. Levi Murdoch is on his first. This will be the completion of his first lap at a 34.91. It shows it now as a 34.92. Updates out of turn number 4. Blake, and this is going to put at a 29.709. That is going to put him in the top spot, knocking back Kyle Heath. He's going to start on the outside in second. He will get Blake down here in Just a second here. Coming down to the final 5 seconds. Let's go ahead and get Blake down here real quick and have a talk with him. Blake, what a lap, man. 29.708. That's going to put you up at the top spot on pole. Kyle's going to start on the outside of you in second. But, man, talk about that lap. What happened on your first lap there?
Yeah, I was just getting some heat in the tires. I knew the second lap was a little bit better. So I figured get some heat in them there, throw in the first lap, and try to attack the second right there.
Well, it worked out for you, man. Awesome job. Now, it looks like you and Kyle are the only two right now in 29.7s, but this is qualifying. We've got 150 laps here tonight. What's going to be the most important thing for not only you and the other drivers out there?
Yeah, I think it's going to be keeping your car under control, not wrecking yourself, and making it to the end. I think that's going to be a big role.
All righty, we'll let you get to it, Blake. Congratulations on the pole here tonight, buddy, and we'll see what happens at the end.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we'll get him back there, up there to his team, and we are going to go ahead and get them on the grid here tonight. Starting with our pole sitter here this evening, Blake Giglio with a 29.708 on the pole. Again, congratulations to Blake on pole here tonight. Kyle Heath going to start in second, Patrick Colby third, Dakota Camper fourth, Andrew Rattel is going to start fifth, Jason Heady in sixth, Isaiah Sutherland in seventh, Zach Michaelis in eighth, Eric Jensen ninth, and Josh Anderson will round out the top 10. Aiden Tatron 11th, Matt Crockett 12th, Justin Lumpkin 13th, Shea Tarleton 14th, Levi Murdoch, he will be the last car take a time. He'll start 15th, John Osborne 16th, and Chad Ashley will round out the 17-car field here tonight in 17th. Let's look like everybody but Jay, John, and Chad all gridded. Question is, are we going to have any yellows here tonight? I wouldn't rule out a couple, seeing as, you know, these drivers are already having some problems out of the turns. We could definitely have a... There goes Shay and John up here. Looks like Chad Ashley did not... The 55, I do not. All right, we are rolling off. Oil on the track. All right, well, they're coming down the back stretch here, folks, for the first time. Again, a big shout out to Top Split Brotherhood coming on board, sponsoring tonight's race. Again, the Autism Awareness 150 here tonight at a New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Race car did dive off to the safety of pit road out of turn 4. There it goes. We are going to go green this time by 150 laps. Green's out. Here we go. Boogity, 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 folks. We're racing here tonight at New Hampshire. Already seeing some 3 wide, and that did not last but a second. Get a wider view of this. Very easily down into side by side. First lap looks like is gonna be going to Blake Giglio. 1 lap down and 149 more to go. In a lot of side by side in a battle for second. Patrick Colby already gonna take that spot away. Kyle Heath, but Kyle's gonna fight back out of the inside down into turn number 3. Like he is gonna have it out of almost out of full got it just as they enter turn, basically. Kyle back up into second now, getting a little bit fouled. The 07 to the 24. Josh Anderson and Isaiah Sutherland battle back here for 7th. Already seeing some flip swapping going on. Yep, the only driver that did not grid here was Chad. Battle for the lead. Here we go. 13 is going to hold off to 16 and lead that lap here tonight. He barely held him off too, man. Less than about 71 thousandths of a second. That is how close Kyle and Blake was at the line. Jeez. For Zach Michaelis up to 6th. Oh man, the way they come out of the turns, whether it be turn 2 or turn 4, the way they slide up the track a little bit, you'd think they're going to hit the wall, but see the 10 there, Levi Murdoch kind of back it off of it a little bit, not to hit into the wall. The 99 of Eric Jensen was aware the 10 was there and backed off of it. Just let Levi kind of go around him. Now, I say he let him around. Now, that might not have been the case, but I don't know what Eric is thinking. And oh, I think Eric might have gave Levi a little bit of a shove there, and that sent Eric back a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, he tagged him. He sure did. That sent Eric back to 15. So a little quick one. One of, I'm sure we'll have a few more. Everything except the debris and various liquids on the track. Good battle between the 3 of Camper and the 40 from Michaelis. Oh, Kyle, Blake, Patrick. Up 3. Get back here. That's where the side by side between Jason Heaney right behind them. Isaiah trying to hold off Matt Crockett. Goes the 4 for Michaelis. Can he make the pass? Oh, nope, he has not completed it. The 3's going to have him at the line. Lumpkin and Murdoch back here fighting for 13th. It happened so quick, I couldn't get back there quick enough, but 18 and the 10. Now the 99 of Eric's trying to fight his way back up. And there we go again, the 44 and the 3 going at it. Remember, lap 60 will be the white lap 60 stage. Patra down the 18th pumpkin there. 12th. 11 laps in. Tires are probably already screaming at them here. Don't take long. Thing we didn't really talk about was the tires. Burn those rear off very quick. Or not careful, you only get, well, it's a total of 5 sets. That does include the set you start with. They do have 4 in the pits if they need them. Like the 11. All back. Not sure what happened to Aiden. If I can that right side here. Got a little bit of behind the scenes damage. Almost got tagged by the 10 of 5, but all right there for now. Al, Blake, Patrick, Dakota, and Zach still going at it up here. They have been battling side by side pretty much since the start of the race. Giving each other plenty of room. Now it looks like Dakota's going to have to back off on that one. Let Zach go by, probably burning up some tires there, fighting side by side for too long. That is going to now put Jason Heaney right on the tail, literally, of Dakota Camper. Dakota getting Bell, Shea, Tarleton. Comes the 18 of Lumpkin. Got a few battles going on now. Tires start to wear down. They're going to get separated. Well, I would say separated. They're just going to kind of even out. Jason Heaney now. 9. Sliding around Camper. John, I don't see everybody topping. The only ones I see is Eric, Everett, Brendan topping in chat. If there's anybody else topping in chat, do not see them. Not sure why either. Hey, John, there you are. John Black. A ghost. By Murdoch. Aiden. I got around. Here comes Aiden back around. Eric Jensen. John Osborne. This is battle back here for 15th at the tail end of. Whoa! That was close. Seen that one by the 11. Wow, of Aiden. Not really seeing anything else right at the moment going on here. Blake, Kyle, and Patrick. Zach, Jason. Top 5 all right here together. You can see them right there in line. You have 6th, Dakota. 7th, Isaiah. 8th, Matt Crockett. Josh Anderson, 9th, followed by Justin Lumpkin 10th, Andrew fell in 11th, Murdoch 12th, Aiden in 13th, Eric 14th, battling Shay Tarleton that spot, and John Osborne right behind him, right there in the. Oh, wow, John got into the back of Shay Tarleton. Good save, Shay. That definitely could have been bad, not only for Shay, but John as well. A battle for second. Patrick Colby coming around Kyle Heath. Kyle going back to third. Oh, Jason Heaney here, and we'll kind of keep an eye on him real quick. Following Zach Michaelis. Zach started back in 8th. Seven, 13, 4. All sandwiched together though. Blake kind of driving away at about a half a second ahead of Patrick Colby. Helen Anderson about to back here for the top 10. Right now the 19 has it out of 4. Nope, I see that. And there goes Anderson. Completing the pass over the 19 now. Isaiah and Dakota going at it for 6th. That didn't last long either. We are waiting on the first round of pit stops here at about, somewhere in the ballpark of about 45 to 50 laps. I know tires are definitely going to be screaming in, but I don't know if you really want to come down before. Right, well, let's see. There's Steven. How you doing there, buddy? Steven, I think you'd like racing around these guys. Raced with the of them. I raced with Kyle before. I don't know if you've raced with Isaiah or Eric Jensen, but I do believe you might have raced with Kyle. Kyle going to the inside of the 87 of Patrick Colby. Battle for second. Oh no! Patrick slamming the outside wall. Ouch! That had to hurt. Battle there and a battle back here. The 3 and the 24 duking it out. Got a battle for second and a battle for 6th. Where I need to buy racing it. Milk and Reese's cookies. Still a battle for second between the 87 and the 13. That is allowing Michaelis and Heaney to catch ever so closer to him. But that is allowing Giglio to kind of pull away a little bit. second, third, fourth, fifth, all right here together. Isaiah, Dakota, Matt, kind of hanging out back here in 6th, 7th, and 8th spot. Lumpkin kind of by himself. Andrew Bell with Levi Murdoch and Josh Anderson far in tow, and everybody else kind of spread out after that. Not much works thing going on. Alrighty, folks, we'll hit the like button out there. We got 4 likes, 12 are watching. Hit 10 likes out here tonight. It's only the first season with guys. Oh man, that 34 and 87. Wow. '87 tried to close the door on the 4. That did not work. Out of the quarter, though, the '87 of Colby keeping that spot in tow, but that 44 of Michaelis is not giving up at all. And '87 can hang on to it at the line. He will. Wow. We've seen this before. Kyle, he's starting to pull away a little bit to those guys. Kyle, now about a half a second or so, 6.5 tenths behind Blake Giglio here. So he is coming right now. The battle 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Can't count out 6th and 7th either. They are still right there neck and neck. Remember our stage here tonight, sponsored by Darren's Detail and Shine. Shout out to them for coming on board, sponsoring the stages. Big shout out to our sponsor, A Night on Awareness, presented by Top Split Brotherhood. A big shout out to them as well. And getting back down here to the race, though, '87 and the 9 duking it out once again. Dylan. That window for the first round of pit stops opening up here at about 6, 7 laps. Well, Dylan, it's could be better for sure. Doing all right. All right, well, I don't see much going on. Let's go ahead and get up here to the front where we've got Blake Giglio and Kyle Heath very close together here. Potential battle once again for the lead. Blake grabbing the pole. Now led 27 laps with that lap. Kyle did manage to lead 13. Right now, that is the only 2 drivers we have had that at any laps and has been leader. Question is, will we have any more? Possible. I mean, got green flag pit stops. Dylan wants to get hurt. I guess there's no touching the top shelf. John Osborne, 81 to the inside of the 11 of Aiden Tatro. Aiden. Oh! Aiden popping the wall. All right, guys, this ain't popcorn kernels. Don't work like that. I probably couldn't even reach it with a step stool. I'd have to have a ladder, probably a 25-foot extension ladder, and that still might not be tall enough. My girlfriend's laughing at me. Oh, yeah, definitely gonna stay away from the liquor. Hey, I'm doing really good. Going on 4 years. Now, candy, on the other hand, if it's Jolly Ranchers, then you'll have to hide them from me because I love Jolly Ranchers. Blake's coming up on, that is the 94. It looks like the 94 of Shay's just going to let 16 kind of go by. I don't know if he let him go by, but there goes Blake and Kyle, both around Shay. Josh Anderson, John Osborne, Eric Jensen getting back here to the tail end of the field. Window for pit stops. It's open. Question is, when they come down, or how far will they go? Nobody duking it down pit road yet. Yeah, Steven, I'm using the one you gave me, yeah. Green apple, I like the watermelon. Well, anything. I'll eat the grape, but not really a big fan of it, but I'll eat it. It's Jolly Ranchers. Matt Crockett down pit road. Levi Murdoch down pit road. Here we go, folks. Green flag pit stops. The first round of them. Hopefully we'll have many more. Here comes Kyle Heath down pit road. Jason Heaney down pit road. Black Lumpkin is coming down pit road. Well, not surprised if, yep, here comes Josh Anderson down pit road too. You guys are probably trying to get set for the stage here. Patrick Colby, looks like, is coming down pit road. Yes, he is. Now we've only got a handful of drivers that need to come down now. Blake Giglio, Zach Michaelis, Isaiah Sutherland, Dakota Camper, Andrew Rattel, John Osborne, Eric Jensen, and Aiden Tatro. Patrick Colby is pit road now. Oh, and Shay. Shay also has to come. So, got some more drivers trekking down pit road here. That's going to be Isaiah and Zach down pit road. I love anything sour. Our leader down pit road, Blake Giglio, deciding, hey, enough's enough. I got to get down pit road here. Like Dakota Camper staying out again. Like Andrew Tells down. Eric Jensen staying out one time possibly. John Osborne. Jay Tarleton still ain't coming down yet. Well, comes down this time. Yeah, he's slowing down. Definitely coming down pit road for sure. Dakota Camper, he is going to stay out and lead that lap. Yeah, I've heard that, Steven. They have. All right, Jensen, John's down pit road. Jay in his pit box. Here comes Dakota Camper down pit road now. That would give the lead back up to, well, either Blake or Kyle, one of the two, because they're right here together. Kyle is right on his bumper. Lap number 54. And Blake is going to take back over the lead. I would not comfortably, because Kyle is right there, but 8 laps, folks, will be the end of the stage. Remember, no yellows. Straight up racing. No yellows as well, the caution yellows. That's it. Zach Michaelis, Isaiah, battle back here, the 424, a lot of 4s in that one. By Murdoch. Oh, we have a yellow! Oh, and it's Dakota Camper! Oh, all right, out of turn number 4, it looks like. It just broke, it just broke loose. That's it. It started sliding. There was nothing he could do. Coming out of the corner, overcorrected, and it just slid. How in the world the 10 got around that is beyond me. If he'd have hit him, I'd have had to call him the Kool-Aid Man, but he didn't hit him, so tough break for Dakota. It just snapped on him. Oh. Well, I did find out something here tonight, though. Rules is, if you cause 2 yellows, you got to park it. So, that's one for Dakota. I'm picking on Dakota Camper now. Yeah, it snapped on him. Yep. Just pop. That's all it is. Either it started sliding, we went to correct it, and pop. There it went. Got some drivers down pit road. Blake, Kyle, Patrick, Dakota, of course. Zach Michaelis, Isaiah, Aiden, John. All down pit road. All right. We'll blame the grease on the track. How about that? All right. Well, I wonder if Dakota want to talk about it. Let's. Hey, Dakota, want to talk about it? What happened there, buddy?
I just come out on cold tires and was trying to race and just hadn't been racing the whole race. Just been riding, trying to save fuel, and just lost it.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, that's a product of cold tires, man. We'll see what happens. We've got, still several laps left. I mean, we're not done yet, so keep it under you, see what happens, buddy. You're coming back down pit road. I'm gonna let you get back to it, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yep. Well, I hardly ever interview drivers that was involved in a wreck, but with that, single car, we kind of seen what happened. I don't see no harm in it. Yeah, they're running limits. They only have 4 behind the wall. They have 5 total, 4 behind the wall. So they got plenty of tires, per se. Well, yeah, because I know you, Steven. You can't jinx a person that just wrecked. You got that right. Here we go. Green's back out. Back underway here tonight at New Hampshire. New leader, Dakota Camper. And I think Dakota got a black flag. something. I don't know what, but something. Oh, 3 wide, almost 4 wide, 3 wide. Is this going to end up well? Oh, buddy. 3 wide at New Hampshire. Get skinny, guys. Oh, 4 wide. Oh, this is not going to end well. The big one at New Hampshire. Oh. And it looks like the 16 was involved in that as well. We're going to go up here to the 07 of Josh and this, where the 3 wide was, and this is really where it all started. Like the 10 and the 07 got connected together there, and it, like magnets, they was not let loose. And then right there, the 07, after getting finally able to get off the 10, the 16 was right there as well. He gets clipped. And, well, it was on from there. Kyle Heath involved, the 44 of Michaelis. Isaiah Sutherland going to get a piece of it. The 99 of Eric Jensen, he's going to get a piece of it. Looks like the 99 right there, he just gets hit by the 44 and possibly some net code there that flipped the 99. The big one at New Hampshire. That is not what you want to see. Man. Yeah, he might be all right. They do get one fast repair, so if they need to use it, they can. Like several of them did. Aiden Tatro, Blake Giglio, Eric Jensen did use his. Zach Michaelis is still in his box. He might have had to tow. Not sure. Well, I don't know who won the stage. However, big shout out to our stage sponsor here of this season, Darren's Detail and Shine. Big shout out to Darren's out there for sponsoring the stages this season. Try to get their plug in. And we're already green. Here we go. Yellow is out very quickly. Like right here, John Osborne coming hot up to the back of the 11. It looks like the 11 also locking it down not to get into the 10. And then the 81 of John right there into the back of the 11. That gets tagged by the 16. John goes around. A very quick yellow after green. I knew we would have a few yellows. rollover insurance coverage. Alrighty, Steven. Good night, bud. Like the caution might have been extended here. Affleck. All right, lights are off again. Be going back green here. Edie, Colby, Camper, Tarleton, Giglio, Sutherland, Anderson, Crockett, Heath, Jensen, top 10. Patel, Murdoch, Tatro, Osborne, Lumpkin, and Michaelis rounding out our top 16 drivers. Michaelis is one lap down. He is looking for a very quick yellow to get back on the lead lap here. The way things are headed, he might get that. Green back out once again. Lap number 67 here, folks. And there it is. There's the yellow. What happened now? Oh, Isaiah. Like some wide action back here. Oh, it started out side by side. The 07. And then right there, possibly some net code there too between them. However, that is going to send us sideways. And I thought for a second, going to get it straightened back out. But ended up right in front of the 99 of Eric Jensen, one of his teammates, and them two getting connected together there. And looks like the Pepsi machine was able to get around that too. So looks like Levi is going to be able to get back on that lead lap here. Back Michaelis? Levi, that was a lap. Michaelis, I can't remember. Say it was Levi. See here. Hey, let's get some waiver around. Yeah, it was Michaelis. All right, so Michaelis. Be back on the lead lap. Kyle Heath has taken his car behind the wall here tonight. He is done for the end. He will get set for Darlington in 2 weeks. So we will be off next week for Thanksgiving. So a big shout out to everybody out there. And hopefully everybody has a good, happy Thanksgiving. Off, like I said, next week when we come back. Darlington, the regular season finale. That is going to be interesting there to see who could pull out the regular championship. Lights are off. Pace car will dive off once again to the safety of pit road. That going green, folks. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good race. All right, pace car's down and away. Green's out already. There goes Heaney on the loud pedal. This is helping Heaney out. Very carefully down into turn number 1. Let's see here if we can get through 1. All right, got through 1 and 3 wide back here with Isaiah, Eric, and Zach. That did not last but a second. Side by side still. Yeah, I'm going to get that top 3 off of there. Like Isaiah and John Osborne duking it out back here for 12th. Got to battle up here for 5th. Oh no, somebody hard into the outside wall. Oh, and a heavy lick for Josh Anderson. Ow! I seen that one too. That hurt me. What happened here to Anderson? It looked like he started to lose, and here comes the 18. Maybe some Netco, probably contact there between the 2 of them. The 07, though, just shot out to the outside wall, nowhere to go. How in the world did the 81 get through that? The 44 did not. Oh, man, Michaelis is going to have some damage. Yeah, major damage. Get a closer look on Zach Michaelis's. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That right front not spinning at all. Poor Wall does. Poor Wall doesn't get a fast repair. No, the poor Wall does not. And that could be the case too, Everett. I really didn't look at it. You know, it's not my call to make those calls, you know. All right, Sutherland, Jensen, Michaelis, Anderson on pit road. Everybody else is out on the track. Lights are off. Ace car will be diving off to pit road here. Heaney, Colby, Crockett, Rattel, Tatro, top 5. Lumpkin, Murdoch, Giglio, Osborne, Carlton, top 10. Green's out. Here we go again, folks. Back underway at New Hampshire. Everybody easy. Hang on to it, Lumpkin. Hang on to it, buddy. Good save. Oh, that could have been another quick yellow, but hey, I give Lumpkin a lot of credit. Held on to it, did not lose it. Good job, buddy. Good job. Right, well, everybody that doesn't have a reset's gonna have to be careful. Call it a wall finish. Somebody got all wobbly back here. That was the, I want to say that might have been either, I think that was, got all wobbly there. Right, well, let's see here what we got going on. 11 of Aiden. Matt Crockett duking it out. Battle for the lead. Heaney, Colby. The 87 gonna lead his first laps here tonight. Oh! Andrew Rattel. There is another yellow. The 11, Tatro. Tatro or Tatro? I just call him Tatro. I think he might have just lost it. And it looks like he did. See here down in the corner. Yep. It just let loose on him. Man. He is coming down pit road here. Eric, just lay down. It'll be all right. You know, you're full of padding anyway, so you know, just lay down in front of the goal. Stick your arm up every once in a while. Be all right. Like Michaelis is taking his behind the wall. Tatro on pit road. Several drivers that look like down pit road here. Camper, Heaney, Sutherland, Jensen, Tarleton, Tatro. Looks like Tarleton's coming back out now, as well as Mr. Camper. Here comes Isaiah. Hey, bub. Oh. Bub, it's been pretty hectic. Go into detail. Been a lot going on, that's all we'll say. All right, here we go. Patrick, got Colby, Rattel, Giglio, Crockett, Murdoch, top 5. I don't think he knows why. Yeah, I know you didn't, Eric. I know, bud. All right. All right, well, let's see here. Lap 82 of 150. Coming to lap 83 this time. Stages are done. Still have the fuel, possibly another run. I think I have definitely another run on fuel. I don't think we're done with sure. Good Lord, Blake Giglio using every bit of the track here. Like, all of it. Good Lord. 3 wide. Oh, man. Jensen, Sutherland. Throw the 9 in there of Heaney. Oh, battle for the lead now. The 16 and the 87. 16 using the apron. I don't know. Is that legal? Somebody tell me if that was if that's legal or not. Lumpkin getting bent all out of shape. Good save. They are in the ARCA cars. Yes, they are. And a battle for the lead once again. Giglio, Colby. Giglio has led 4 laps. Looking to lead some more here. The 87 is not, I don't think, going to just give it to him if he can help it. But 87, but 16 on the outside, going to get the run. Is Colby going to be able to get back up there very quickly? Bub, we just beat Winthrop by 1 in basketball, just so you know. I don't know what's going on with the Razorback basketball team, but we should have blew away Winthrop. Yeah, these are the Arcas. These are some good cars. I like these cars. Jay Tarleton, Jason Heaney, battle back here for 11th. Jay having a good race. Jason, he's led 23 laps. He's having a good race. Back a little further than where he wanted to be this late into the race. He was up toward the front, and I don't know how in the world. I think he might have pitted. Let's see here. Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's why. That's why he is back there toward the back. And probably a smart move, too. Kind of hang back there toward the back just in case something major happens up here. And, you know, as the way they are side by side, I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah. I'll see what I can do, Eric, to send you that invite. I don't know why I'm not getting it. Side by side, we've got the 10, 15, 81, 24, 3 wide. Here we go again. No, this did not end well the last time there were 3 wide. And back to side by side once again. And there goes the 24 of Isaiah to the inside. Oh, somebody hit the wall. That's Levi. Guess on that one we could try to call him the Kool-Aid man. You know, the Kool-Aid guy likes to bust through the wall. See, there he goes again. Trying to make his own racetrack, it looks like. 3 wide, the 3 in the middle. This is not gonna end well. We seen it. Oh, man. We have seen that pretty much the whole night here. Like right there is where it was. Hard to tell whose fault. The 3 in the middle. The 10 was on the outside. The 81 was in the bottom. It's not my call to see whose fault it was. It looks like there was a gap between. Definitely contact, though, for sure. Not my call, though. That is going to be, though, the 10. The 81 and the 3. 81 is going to, oh, wow, and the 81 right into that. That was Heaney. Right into Heaney, right there. Oh. Heaney, wrong spot, wrong time, buddy. Man. A lot of drivers on and off of pit road here. See here, good Lord, this that looks like they're all going to start coming back out. That is going to be Blake, Jason, Patrick, Jay. Comes Levi, Justin is pit road, John's still on pit road. Aiden has been in his box for over 9 minutes. And all right, well, Andrew, he is our new leader. He's led a lap, and he's going to lead a second lap here. Lap 94 to be lap 90 of 5. Get the green here. Race lasting a little. I think these guys intended for it to last, but you know, this is New Hampshire. This is a flatter track. Braking points, haven't really talked about those any here tonight, are different than really any of the other tracks aside from like Bristol and you know those types. Martinsville even. It's my brother's favorite track for everybody that doesn't know. You know, the braking points are just so totally different, you know, for each driver. You just really got to be aware. It's hard to do that. It really is. Pace car is down and away, coming back to green here. Green's out, lap number 95. Andrew's going to lead another lap here. Good jump there by him. Isaiah and Matt going at it for second, down into turn 1 and 2. They'll be flying out of turn 2 here before too long. There they go. 3 wide already. Wow, that did not take long. This time Jensen's in the middle. It looks like Blake. Man, Blake used every bit of the track. That could have been bad. Hanging out back here. They're kind of single file up front for now. Kind of hanging out back here with Eric, Patrick, and Mr. Camper. Right now where we're having that battle for position. Right, well, battle for the lead here, too. Isaiah, can he do it? No, he's not going to be able to get it. Oh, man. He is going to be able to get around Andrew finally, and it looks like Isaiah will probably lead his first laps here. And he will do just that. Watching our pole sitter here too, as well. So now we're gonna go single file. We'll see how long this lasts. Probably not long. There, Jensen slide around the 16, but for how long? I don't know. Blake's gonna get that shove by the 3, but there goes Eric down to the inside. Up 100, folks. Fuck. Jacob out there. Looks like on Kyle, he says, but Kyle has taken it behind the wall at about 30 laps ago, unfortunately. $33 or so laps ago. He's several laps down. He's 33 laps down, so yeah, it could be now 34. Yeah, it could be definitely around that. We've got a battle for second. We've got a battle for third, fourth. As Patrick Colby is going to be able to get around Andrew there. Isaiah holding on to that lead. The Camper and Crockett duking it out for 5th. Back to single file. Oh, you know you want to do another Martinsville race. Both drivers left out on the track. All 12 on the lead lap. Justin Lumpkin, the last driver on the lead lap. Of course, all it takes is another yellow. Boy, that 15 pushing the daylights out of the 9. Matt Crockett, Jason Heaney. Right up ahead, Blake Giglio using every bit of the track, including the apron. I don't know how he does it, but he does, and he keeps that car straight. But that's a dangerous game you're playing too, because if you've got a car to the outside, it's you're playing a game of chicken at that point. Isaiah trying to hold off Patrick Colby here. Still plenty of laps left here. We take a look at it. 4 laps to go, 19 caution laps, 7 cautions, 9 lead changes. As the 16 there yet again gonna drop it all the way down below the blue line. He's gonna try to get a twofer out of it. Not gonna be able to. You know, I would be the mean guy on this if I was up here ahead of Blake. You know, I would drop it below that blue line too, and I would guard that line. And that's gonna put Isaiah still up front. Blake did not get around him. That's gonna put Patrick down to the bottom. That's gonna mess up Blake's line. I think Isaiah knows what he's doing too. Trying to get that run. Keep it. 110. Also check your spam folder too. Because sometimes it does send it to the spam folder. There goes Blake down below that bottom line again. And Isaiah at the line is going to have it. Whoa, Isaiah got loose. Blake almost clipping the wall. Check the all mail. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'll see what I can do here probably tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to do anything tonight. And Blake's going to lead that lap. Oh, no! Oh, no! Save it! Oh, man, that was a dangerous game. Getting dicey up here. It's coming down to the end of toward the end of the race. Got Colby, Rattel, Camper, Heaney. I mean, they're all coming. Jensen, you cannot count those guys out either. Birds, Patrick Colby has got the perfect, the perfect spot. He sees everything that's going on in front of him. He's hoping both of them wreck, probably. I know I would be if I was in his shoes. Right along here with the 87 of Patrick Colby here. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Something's going on here. Yep, something happened to Isaiah. He's coming down pit road. Whoa, I got to go back and look at this because that was like a quick dive down to pit road. Wonder if it was a last-minute decision. No, he just come down pit road here. And, yep, there he is. All right, so we get back up toward the front here. I don't know what Blake's going to do. I don't believe they can make it. Lamps. Ugh. That's going to be definitely close, I would think. Isaiah didn't spin, but 9.5 seconds on pit road, so probably just fuel. Actually, I think it might be the other way around, Eric. I own you now, because I own Maxspeed. So, just saying. All right, Eric Jensen on pit road here. So, yeah, they might not be able to make it. Welcome aboard, bud. 118. Blake has been out here 26 laps. Gonna put him at around here next time by. That'll be lap 17. 30. Oh yeah, I don't think he's gonna have the fuel. Be 56 laps. I just don't think he's got it. Levi's coming down. Crockett's coming down. But yeah, they can't make it. Here comes Lumpkin coming down. Interesting. Blake trying to get around Isaiah to put him a lap down, but Isaiah's not going to give it to him. Isaiah's staying on the racetrack. Blake's using the apron. Anybody else coming down pit road yet? But Blake can't make it. I don't think Blake has saved enough fuel. Crockett, Jensen, battle back here. Even though they're one lap down apiece, they're still battling for the top 10. So, like Rattel's down pit road. Oh, and he got a black flag for probably speeding. Oh, that's going to hurt. If Isaiah is trying to make him run out of fuel. I don't know what's going through Isaiah's head. I really don't. But he is guarding that line, that bottom line. He's just running his own line. He's not giving it to him. Lap 25 more laps to go. Yeah, man, that's going to be, yeah, I just don't think Blake's got enough. Patrick Colby's down pit road. I think he got it woed down just enough to average out. All right, Colby's coming back out. Like it. Lap down per se. Isaiah is still on the lead lap. And I don't know. I do not know what is going through Blake's head. Maybe Blake's got enough fuel. I wish I knew. It's not your fault. Lost Tatro, Michaelis, Heath, and Anderson. Pit box here with a meatball. As the 87 of Colby gets around, oh, he got around Blake there for a second. No, he's not. All right, coming to lap 130. I don't really see Heaney is on pit road. Trying to see if battle's going. I don't see any. As Blake does come down pit road, Dakota Camper takes over the lead. He's been out here 49 laps. Definitely gonna have to come down. On Osborne out here 37. I think he'll be okay. Hey, Tarleton, I think he'll be okay. Tires are going to be shot, but I think he'll be all right. 30. No, 37. We're at 5 to. Oh, no, but he's going to have to come down. Yeah, even John's going to have to come down, too. So, oh, man. Well, Blake did make it down. Made it back out. It only took a 9-second stop. Sitting in third. Jay's in fourth. Isaiah's in fifth. Say that. And here comes Colby moving up the track a little bit. And I got real close. Laps to go, and Dakota's on pit road. John will take over the lead, but did not lead that lap. He'll have to stay out at least to lead a lap officially. Blake is up to second now. John's going into three. Blake coming out of two on the back stretch. He's now going. I think John will lead this lap officially. Yes, he will. 17 laps to go. Dakota Camper is back out. He was only in his box for 3 seconds. I don't even think he took tires. I don't even think he took right sides, to be honest. I think he just got fuel. Got right back out onto the track. Colby's coming up on him. Colby's been out here 9 laps. He had a 9 flat in his box. Oh, this is just rough estimate. Have their box times. But rough estimate. It could be a little more, less. Gives y'all an idea of, you know, when they last pitted and how quick it was. And Heaney is getting around, or trying to get around Shea. It looks like Shea's going to just let him mosey on around. Eric's going to come around Levi. Man, now the speeds have really dropped, and the times. John's been out here 43 laps. We've got 15 laps to go. John's trying to save fuel. Got a little over 2.5 second lead over Blake. I don't know. I mean, does John have enough fuel? He might. Oh, here in short laps. John, Blake, Dakota, Patrick, Isaiah, Mason, Shay, Eric, and Matt. That's the top 10 in that order right at the moment. Everybody on the lead lap except for Andrew Bell, who is the only driver 1 lap down back here at 12th. Andrew probably maybe another yellow come out to get back on the lead lap. And if the 10 and the 99 keep going at it the way they are, we might have one. We'll keep an eye on Blake Giglio and John Osborne here too, because Blake has closed the gap over under a second, or yeah, well, right at a second almost. Now it is under a second. 11 to go. Oh, yeah, Everett. Yeah, it would definitely change things up for sure. We've seen Blake, every portion of the track, the apron, I don't think he's done either, so John's going to stay on the track. As Blake is around the inside, John. I think John would probably be happy with a second too. He does have a half or 2.2-second lead over Dakota Camper. 9 laps to go. The big question is, though, does John have the 9 to go? He's been out here 49 laps. I don't know. Hard to say. I don't think he does. No, he don't. He's coming down now. Yeah, he does not have the fuel. Man, all right. Well, that's going to put Dakota in second, Colby in third, Isaiah fourth, Eni in fifth. That is our top 5 as we wind down or start to wind down the final 8 laps here at New Hampshire. Well, no, if I start talking about it, that's when we're going to get it. Out for second. Go to Patrick. '80 right there of Osborne. Not 4 positions. Actually, between Camper and Colby. Like the 81 is going to go to the inside of the 3 here. 5 laps to go here tonight. No te la sofa mi redo. That's that backwards. To go. It's still a battle for second. Patrick Colby has it right at the moment. Just got around Camper back to third. Isaiah trying to get up to the 87 and the 3 here to battle them for that final podium spot. 3 laps to do it. And Blake, like Shay, 94, just kind of getting out of the way. Not really going to fight him. Who to go? Alrighty, folks. Next time by a white flag, we get that dreadful yellow. Now we will stack them up and do a green to white checkered. We get the white flag, then, well, whatever happens after that happens. As we exit turn number 4 here tonight, Blake Giglio pulling out all the stops. 1 to go here tonight. I do not understand how he did it. But we're going to talk to him here tonight. Blake Giglio gonna win it here tonight at New Hampshire. We've got a battle for third. Who's it gonna be? Isaiah holding off Dakota Camper for that final podium spot. Let's get a look at that here real quick. This is between the 3 and the 24 for third. They're just racing hard out of turn number 4. And right there, a half a car length, Isaiah is going to edge out Dakota. And Blake's burning it up here on the front stretch here tonight, grabbing a win here this season. Another one. Get the 16 and the 87, as well as the 24 up here to talk to here tonight. And then, well, for the final time this month in November, because next week is Thanksgiving, so we will be, of course, off next week. But hang on a few minutes, folks. I'll get the top 3 up here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Alrighty, folks, we are back. We're going to go ahead and pull up our winner here tonight. First and foremost, Blake, I have no idea how you pulled that off here tonight. I do have some things in mind, but we'll let you kind of talk about it here tonight. Good win, man. 74 laps, started on pole. Definitely gonna, make sure you stay up there and hold on to that point, buddy. Man, talk about the race out here tonight. And, once that first yellow came out, well, it kind of set the stage for some more after that. But that really kind of shook a lot up. And, come down to, stop and goes out here and get back out there. Dude, we got to hear from you.
Yeah, for sure. I think that was the end of that race. Was a lot of fun with the different strategies that were going on. My strategy was when the 24 pit first, I knew that I had to try keeping him in front of me. So when he came back out on the fresh tires, I really tried battling him just to, make sure he didn't get away on the fresh tires. Because I knew if I could get out front of both of them, I was going to have the fresh tires and hopefully he could just drive away, which luckily we were able to do, and happy to get the win.
Yeah, and definitely going to help out for you, keeping that point going into the off week. All right, using the apron real quick here tonight. Dude, you used every single bit of that track that you could possibly use. That had to be sketchy.
It was a little sketch sometimes, but that's what makes it fun, right? And I think, especially on those old tires, is when the bottom would really come in because, the middle groove, they'd get hot, the tires get hot, and then the bottom groove was wide open. So that was kind of my passing groove, I'd say, tonight. Whenever I wanted to make a pass, I tried going down there, and it worked out pretty good, and we got the win.
Man, good job on the win. Of course, next week we are off. Have a Thanksgiving. Eat lots of turkey and stuffing and all the good that go along with it. When we come back, we got one more race. We got Darlington to round out the regular season. We'll crown our season 1 regular season champion then. And, after that race, and then after that, 4 races in the day. So, Darlington, how do you feel about it?
I love Darlington, one of my favorite tracks. I think that we'll have a good shot there. The Xfinity car, you have to save tire there, which I think I'm decent at, the Xfinity car. So we'll try doing that, and we'll try going back to back.
Back to back. All righty, buddy. Well, awesome job on the win out here tonight.
Back to back.
Yeah, back to back to back. Yeah, 3 in a row. I don't have that information in front of me right at the moment. So, but getting one win's hard enough. So. But awesome job, sure, man. Final thought, shout out, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your victory here tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to give a shout out to you for broadcasting. You do a great job with that. Shout out to Dakota and Andrew for all they do. Shout out to the sponsors tonight for sponsoring the race. I want to give a shout out to Wanagoons, OG Gear, all those people that help out over there. Sutter Excitement Racing that I was racing with those guys tonight. We had a nice 1-2. Almost had a nice 1-2-3, but the no tires, I think, faded out there at the end. So we'll take what we can, continue to get that points lead, and I think we expanded it quite a bit tonight. So pretty happy.
Yeah. All righty, buddy. We'll go celebrate your win. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that is going to bring us up to our P2 finisher here tonight. Patrick Colby, buddy. Awesome job on the finish, first and foremost, man. It was very interesting, to say the least. Of course, great racing out here by everybody. A lot of good battles. And, we went green for quite some time. And then, like I was talking to Blake, once that first yellow came out, it kind of stacked up after that. But that's kind of this track, man. It's flat. There's, braking points are different. Talk about it, man. How fast was your Cinnamon Toast Crunch car?
I mean, I felt real good in practice, and I knew I had some speed coming here. It's one of my better tracks for some weird reason, maybe because I live about 20 minutes from this thing. But, yeah, just fast, able to keep the tires on it, and it was a lot of fun battling everybody tonight. I was trying to give you all something to watch and talk about.
Well, there was definitely plenty to talk about, especially when everybody decided to go, hey, it didn't work well on the first 3 wide. Let's try it again, So there was a lot to talk about, and everybody vying for that, when to pit, where to pit, splash to go, 2 tires, no tires at the end here. What was your strategy? You were out there 25 laps. You did have to come down, but kind of what was your strategy when you came down? You had a 9 flat in the box.
Yeah, it was. I was just gonna throw just enough fuel, but give myself a little bit of a buffer just in case we got a green white checkered for whatever reason. I was gonna throw 2 tires on it and try and get out of there as quick as possible. Thought about taking none, probably would have saved some time, but Blake would have just driven around me like he already did. So it was just kind of trying to minimize any time lost on pit road.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, it worked out for you in the end, man. Awesome job, P2 here tonight. Good points night, going into the final race in 2 weeks at Darlington. Off next week for Thanksgiving. Of course, same for you. Hopefully, family have a good Thanksgiving and go eat everything you can. Be full because when we come back in December, we're going to be at Darlington, the final race of the regular season, man. How do you feel about Darlington?
I feel good about Darlington. I enjoy racing at Darlington. It's definitely it rewards the patience, and I feel like that's more my style. Is being more patient versus just racing everybody around me. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, awesome job, man. Did you change your paint because I was giving you a hard time about your Alabama paint?
I just been too lazy to make a ARCA paint. I bought the car our first race here, and I just never got around to actually painting it. But don't worry, the other two are Alabama schools. They
Oh,
lost to Oklahoma, but we still roll tide.
yeah, I guess. Alrighty, Patrick. Awesome job on your P2 here tonight, buddy. Final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you celebrate your P2.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to my wife, love her very much, and can't wait to go hang out with her.
Alrighty, buddy. We'll go celebrate your P2, and we will see you in 2 weeks, man.
Thanks.
All right, well, that is going to bring us to our P3 finisher. A very close P3 finish at that. We'll get to that here in a second, but Isaiah, man, it was a lot of good racing down there on the track here tonight. Of course, there was a lot of carnage out there here too once those yellows started to come out. But man, what was the toughest thing out there here tonight for you?
The toughest things was what you just said was the cautions. I think the top eight. I was talking to Patrick and I don't know. Blake might have been talking to you, but I was talking to Patrick and we were talking about how before the stage, before all the carnage was happening, the top eight all were in really good contention there. I think all eight of us was like doing weird different things with tire saving and some were moving up, some were falling back a little bit. And I was saying honestly, with the way the race was going, you could have flipped the top eight and it would have been a struggle to catch the leader. So we were all pretty even there, and I was really looking forward to a green flag race. And most of this league, about all the races, they almost have been caution free. But it's New Hampshire. It races a little bit like a short track, and I mean the guys still did good, but the carnage. Well, I mean once it started right before that stage, it basically gave us a 3 lap shootout or 2 lap shootout for the stage on lap 60, and people spun. I got involved a little bit, and once that happened, I felt like I was on my back feet because everybody was hyped up there and they knew they could try to take advantage. So you had some of the guys in the back up front, some of the guys at the front and the mid to back that were involved in that. And we had just more cautions, more cautions, more cautions. And
Yeah.
I'll be darned if about every one of them was around me. Um, and so spun my tires up in one of the cautions, trying to miss a wreck, and then I got ran into, and someone literally pushed me about 100 feet, and I'm just sitting there burning my tires up. So I'd say the cautions, but what really messed me up tonight was the tires because of the cautions. I had a limited set. I was only working with one set left after, I want to say, with about 80 to go.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, I was working one set, trying to do my best. Um, I the only thing I knew to do was to drive really hard before that last, green flag pitting, and so I drove really hard. I came from the back and took advantage of another caution or two, got to the lead, and I knew I had a little bit of a buffer on Blake. I knew he had about 2 or 3 cars to pass, but also I realized I'm on older tires and he's got freshies, and he just did a great job maintaining them. I tried my hardest to battle him, and we went shot for shot there for a little while. it was a lot of fun. I mean, some people may say it's a little rough, but you're coming down to only one pit remaining in the race. You got to throw your elbows out a little bit, and nothing was egregious. We did some touching, dooring, a little bit of blocking, slide jobs. It felt like we was at a dirt track on a Saturday night. So big shout out to Blake. He had the race won, and he's been such a tough competitor this season. So great win for him. Had really fun trying to hold him off. But after I got past, I knew there was nothing I could do. So with about 40 to go, I just went ahead and used up that last set. Didn't take left sides because I knew it would take too long. So I took right sides, and I think that was the better call. I think that's how I ultimately finished top three instead of six. So had a great battle with Dakota, like you said, and
Yes.
and Patrick, and you can't make it more iconic than the Dell Senior 3 and the Gordon 24, if you ask me. And that was just fun. Dakota and I go a ways back, and I love him. He's a dear friend, and boy, he races hard, and I know he knows I race hard, and so we were just taking advantage of each other a little bit there. Not too bad, but that last corner we he came up, and I knew I was expecting it from Dakota, a little bit of a door, but it wasn't egregious, and I knew that topside would have won out there, and he drag raced me clean.
Yeah.
You know, that was great racing. So big shout out to Dakota and that Dale Earnhardt 3, and he had a good race too. He had a lot. He was involved in caution and had to go to the back too. So
Yeah.
great race for him to recover, and Patrick as well. Um, but yeah, that was the race. The cautions and the tires just put me on my back foot. But I'm more than happy to race against these guys every week and take a top three.
Yeah. I mean, good podium finish. It was a well hard fought finish. Not only, for you, but, everybody out there that was able to have a few that had to take it behind the wall. Going back to
Yeah,
the tires real, when you fast repair, it uses a set of tires. So you don't have that going for uh
yeah.
that hurts.
hmm It does, and I think most of the people in here, we don't really like using them. I think most people in this league understand that everyone's good enough where you don't have to.
Yeah.
But I understand for the fun side of it.
Yeah.
We're a bunch of guys, clean racers, and accidents are going to happen. And I think a second chance, at least for right now, I see that as a good thing, right? Because if not, there's a lot of people who would have just after lap 58 wouldn't have finished the race.
Yeah.
And I don't think we want to see six cars, right? So it's there. I don't like using it, but you're right. I mean, you got to be strategic with it. The last thing you want to do is use it because you use it, next caution, you're involved and you're done, right?
Yep.
So there's still a risk. You want to save it and you really don't want to use it. So in my case, all the cautions I was involved with, I thought I did a pretty good job not having too much damage. The first time I had like 25 seconds, no big deal. But after the third, fourth time my car goes around, even though it didn't look bad, there was something going on with the car. I actually think my mom texted me and said I got sparks flying underneath my car. So, uh, I something was messed up with it. I'm thankful for some of those last cautions. I came in and it was like a minute and 40 seconds, and there was just no way with the amount of race we had left. So I had to use it, and uh, I don't think it mattered. I started in the back, and ultimately it came down to me having to burn tires off. And again, I could sit here and complain, or I can say, hey, regardless of the cautions, I had a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and uh, I have a top three,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I can't be too mad, right? It
No.
was a good night of racing. Had a couple of pile ups, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah, definitely. So, well, I'm not going to keep you any much longer than I have to, buddy. I could talk to you all night long. You know that. We're going to be off next
hmm
week, Thanksgiving. So, family have a good Thanksgiving. Do what everybody does on Thanksgiving. And,
hmm
when we come back, man, we got one more race of the regular season. We go to Darlington. We're going to have some throwbacks out there, I would assume. What do you like about Darlington? What do you dislike? And if you could race somewhere else, would you?
Actually, I really enjoy the tough tracks. I like Darlington a lot. I think the biggest factor of this league is the different cars. To be honest, and I'm not using this as an excuse or anything, because I know there's a lot of guys in here that have just hopped in these cars too, and they haven't raced them a lot. But I've been next gen only for the past almost 3, 4 years. I've just perfected the next gen. I love the next gen. In fact, funnily enough, I think one of my yeah, we ran the next gen at Chicago, and so I'm just so comfortable in that car. I understand what that car needs. You get in these Xfinity Arca cars, man, it's 100% a different animal.
Yeah.
You got to drive off the right rear more. You got to be careful with your tires more. Um, so I've been trying to understand the setups, the steering ratios, the braking, and the driving aspect, because you drive off the right rear more than you just do the side force like you do in next gen. So more than any issue of any track, it's more or less the car for me. I just gotta get comfortable with it. Um, I love them though; they're a lot of fun. But Darlington, to answer your question, I enjoy the Lady in Black. I think it's technical. You got to run close to the wall, at least in 1 and 2, to even think about being fast. 3 and 4, it's kind of up to you on how you're going to save tires there, or if you're just going to bomb the wall. So
I'd
look
bomb the
forward to
wall.
it. I'm sure. Yeah, hey, I'm sure it's going to be black after we're done with it, just like it is every time we go there. So, but look forward to it. I love a technical track, but you're right. Most of all, I'm looking forward to that little Thanksgiving break, spend time with family and friends, and
Yeah.
and taking a little bit of a break.
Yeah, definitely. All right, buddy. Well, I don't know if you've got any more, final thoughts, shout outs, things you want to celebrate your P3. I will turn the mic back over to you, buddy. Awesome job.
Sure, yeah, of course. I gotta thank my good Lord and Savior Jesus Christ as always. Love him so much, and he loves me, loves you, loves everybody. So if you don't know him, please open up your Bible, read His Word, spend time with Him, open your heart to Him, and accept Him as your Lord and Savior, and bring some peace and joy in your life. We may be going through some trials or tribulations, but we want to do that with or without God, right? So He loves you. Just spend some time with Him, and always want to shout out my mom and dad and family members that watch every week, my friends that I race with, and friends that watch me race. So thankful for them. Love all the support. Love my wife. Um, we have a son on the way, and so it's nice that she still allows me to do this. I can definitely tell she loves me. So big shout out to my wife. Um, yeah, and everybody in the league. This is just I look forward to racing. Um, not much drama, just some good hard racing against some good drivers, and you can't ask for more. It's a nice escape. So big shout out to all the drivers, all the fans that tune in and watch every week on MaxspeedTV, and big shout out to you, Josh. And you've been doing this for a while, and thankful there's people like you that spend their nights watching a race and yelling about it. So big shout out to you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate you, kind of what's going
Right.
on.
What? Mhm.
Go celebrate your win. Yeah, I'm sure you'd want it to be. Go celebrate third. Man,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
tired. Go
Hey, go get some
celebrate.
sleep, Josh.
Yeah, go celebrate third out here tonight, buddy, and we will see you in 2 weeks. I'm sure I'll talk to you before then, man.
We'll see. Happy Thanksgiving to you and everybody watching. Have a
Thank you,
good one,
buddy.
brother.
You too.
Bye.
All righty. Well, that was Isaiah Sutherland here, our P3 finisher. Yeah, I said the win. I'm tired, folks. So we're going to go ahead and get down to it here this evening. Let's get that driver bar off here. We'll go down through our unofficial thread. Pretty get the admin stuff they have to do here tonight, first and foremost, and then we'll get to our sponsors here tonight. Blake Giglio grabbing the win out here tonight at New Hampshire. Again, congratulations to Blake on the win. Patrick Colby there in second. Isaiah Sutherland holding off Dakota Camper third. That was a great battle between them two there at the end, coming around the final turn. I mean, it was close. And like Isaiah was saying, that outside line was just, where he needed to be. And well, it worked out for him. But, hey, awesome job, Dakota, man, in fourth, buddy. Good points now, man. Top 5. Jason Heaney, a top 5 for him in 5th. Eric Jensen in 6th. Levi Murdoch 7th. Matt Crockett in 8th. Justin Lumpkin 9th. John Osborne 10th. Andrew Rotel in 11th. Shay Tarleton 12th. Aiden Tatro, 13th. Zach Michaelis, 14th. Josh Anderson, 15th. Kyle Heath, 16th. Chad Ashley did not start the race here tonight. But again, our winner here this evening, Blake Giglio, and the number 16 won a car. Awesome job on the win there by Blake. Of course, our sponsor here tonight. Can't forget them, Autism Awareness 150, Top Split Brotherhood. Shout out to them for sponsoring tonight's race here at New Hampshire. You know, it takes all these guys to do it. So big shout out to all the sponsors. Got plenty more where that came from, too. Big shout out to Darren's Detail and Shine out there for being the stage sponsor for the guys this season as well. And, of course, our schedule coming up here. Go ahead and throw that real quickly up here for everybody. Darlington in 2 weeks. That will be the regular season finale. And Talladega, North Wilkesboro for the next 2 races. The first 2 in December. And then off a week of Christmas. Back at it December 30th at Nashville. And Homestead, January the 6th, to finalize the first season SERL. So big shout out to all these guys. Good racing by everybody out here. Great group. Y'all are looking for a league to join that's hard racing, but clean. This is a group to come and race with. But that's going to do it here tonight for myself and MaxspeedTV. Until next time, folks, stay safe. Thank you all. And have a good night.
MaxspeedTV, where we fly.